You know, I feel like there's always like that like one category of games that like always just have been forgotten about since like they came out. Like they came out, they were done with, and yeah, that was it. They just came out and released, and nobody talks about it anymore. There's a lot of these games on the Nintendo 64. I'm just realizing. So I thought today, look at one of them. This was fairly popular. I heard it. I know what the game. I knew what the game was before buying it, but I thought today maybe we could check out one of those like weird hidden gems. Some people think it's good. Some people don't. I don't know. Today we're gonna check out Glover. Now this game is weird, kinda. So the story goes that there's this castle, right? And there's a wizard, and he just throws these potions into the pot. That's not how it works. And in consequence to that, he turns to stone. Then his gloves go flying. One glove, which is one glove, Glover, the playable character, the main character of the game, goes flying out the window, and the other glove falls into the stuff the wizard was making, and he's evil, and he's cross-stitch, and yeah. Menacing villain, I guess. I mean, gloves can be pretty scary sometimes. Gameplay. This game is a platformer. Love myself a good platformer. This isn't your ordinary platformer. No. It involves balls. Don't clip that. So, obviously, your glove, and you have to retrieve the crystals that I forgot to mention somehow in the story. So the crystals, they shoot out when the wizard turns to stone, cross-stitch. So Glover, being the quick, smart glove he is, turns them into bouncy balls, and they all bounce into the other worlds, and he's gotta get them back so he can save the day, or the day. What you'll primarily be doing in the game is mostly just point A to point B platforming, like a normal platformer usually does, but instead you have to guide the bouncy balls back through a set of levels in multiple sets of worlds. So you got like the pirate land, you've got the circus, you've got the spooky land, you've got space, and other ones. Yeah, we got a lot of variety here. But what you're mainly doing is, but since you're just guiding the ball back, you have to make sure it doesn't pop, you gotta make sure it doesn't fall, you gotta make sure it doesn't fall. Controls of the game? The way Glover controls on his own is fine. He feels like a normal platformer. But when the ball is around, which is like 90% of the time, that's a different story. Like, hey, check it out. I have the manual. I have a separate insert. Look at these controls. You can't read that because my webcam sucks, but look at this. There's like duck, cartwheel, fist slam, double jump. It's not slippery, but like, well, I guess it's kind of slippery in the way that like you try to like guide it and then you bounce it and it's like all weird. There's also like a delay with you jumping with the ball because you can dribble the ball. But obviously, if the ball isn't actually by Glover, so he can actually dribble it, you have to wait. So you actually have to like dribble about maybe a second before you actually want to make the jump, which sometimes is disorienting with moving platforms and stuff. Basically, all the gameplay is you guiding the ball through a level, switches, puzzles, sometimes really confusing and annoying puzzles. And even the platforming too, you have to like really think about it. I don't know if that was by design or not, but like sometimes I have to go behind a ledge, not on the direction I'm going, not going forward, but like behind the ledge to be able to bounce, press B, hold the stick, press B again to lob it up onto the ledge, and then double jump, then climb over the edge, and then do it on a second time. It was really tiresome. One of like most mixed opinions I have about this game is the bosses. Like, the bosses are like really a mixed bag in quality. You have like the first boss, which is like 3 guys, and you just have to like hit the ball to them differently, which is fine. It's easy enough. Then you got the clown boss, which is really annoying, and I didn't know what I had to do like multiple times. You have to like hit the balls on the switch so you can damage him, and then there's like this really, and it's like spinning, it's like a spinning carousel thing, and it's like, oh my gosh. Ugh. But then there's also there's a boss that's like worse than that. Ugh, this Frankenstein boss is aggravating. So basically what you gotta do is get the ball back up through a tower, right? Thing is, the Frankenstein is here, and he also decides to electrocute things because he gets struck by lightning and he electrocutes the platforms. So you have to like ground pound the platforms so like the opposite ones raise, and you gotta make like a spiral staircase so you can dribble the ball. Thing is, if you're like just relatively close to the Frankenstein when he's electrocuting, even your ball, that kills you. It's a one-shot. It's so annoying. Yeah, this boss fight's really bad, and there's a lot of simple ones like the dinosaur where you just gotta hit him with the ball 3 times down a slope. It's really nothing special. In fact, probably all the boss fights are pretty forgettable, honestly. I mean, not all of them are horrible, like the Frankenstein, but it's like fine. The boss fights don't need to be super fleshed out. I mean, this is a Nintendo 64 game for kids in 1998. Yeah, Glover. I mean, it's an interesting game. I like glossed over a lot of things because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video of me talking like this, even though it might already be that way. But you know, I still just wanted to put this out there because it's not a bad game, but it has a lot of really bad flaws that just like really make the experience kind of a chore to get through. I mean, it's fine for the most part. That's just it's fine. It's a fine game. It's fine. This game is difficult for like all the wrong reasons. Like all the things I've said before, the controls, the bosses, the level design, just all that stuff in general just kind of feels unfair, which I mean, for a physics-based platformer, that should not feel unfair. It should feel rewarding to master the physics, but the physics are so weird that it's kind of impossible for me to do that. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at the game. I haven't seen too much people complain about it online, but that's just what it is. It's also on PC and PlayStation 1. If you want to get it, get it. It's a good game. It's just hard to play. That's one of the most horrible segues I've ever done.